Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Forever Branded TV, guys, coming back with you with another video. Guys, I'm just going to do this review of one of my most favorite artists of all time, guys. He is a legend. And guys, like I stated in my other video that I did, that I was going to make this video a very successful video for Prince, guys. I know I did the Plectrum Electrum, Third Eye Girl, and Prince album review, but guys, with this album, Artificial Age, I feel like it's more up my speed. It's more my style of music, guys, and it is just, it's funky. And one of the things that I respect about Prince is his voice and his presence. And Prince has always been sort of an inspiration to me because his voice is what I admire most about him. I love when he was with the Revolutions and the Generations, what's the name of the group? Generations. And I just love pretty much all of Prince and the Revolutions, and y'all, their music is so amazing. But guys, I'm just gonna get into this review. But first, I'm just gonna say a little bit of what I think about Prince as an artist. Prince as an artist is amazing, and you know, so many people have said so many things about him in the past. But guys, it really don't matter. It really doesn't matter to me. The way he dresses was just him. He was truly himself. He's truly himself as an artist. He's truly himself because he knows who he is. And one of the things about him is he was never afraid of being who he really was. So that's another thing that I really appreciate about Prince. And you can say what you want about me for liking him, and you can say what you want about him, but it really don't matter. That boy knew how to pick them girls. It don't matter how he dressed. It don't matter if he wore heels. That boy had swag. And he still got swag. And I can't even number how many albums that this man has came out with over a course of generation after generation. But guys, he is a beast at what he does. So let me get to this album review. Guys, Artificial Cage, which is #1. I really like that song. It's it's like a techno pop type song. It's a little different from what Prince would normally does, but I really like the message in the song. It's just, you gotta love Prince. You gotta love his creativity because he's very creative at what he does. And I really love Artificial Cage. Clouds. Something very familiar about that song. That is a song that Prince have already done. It reminds me of a song that he done on Prince, The Hits 2. The Purple Rain album. Guys, please don't get me started. All the albums that this man has made. And one of the things I would like to point out, a couple of albums I would like to point out that are my favorites. Musicology. Love that album. The Parade soundtrack. The Cherry Moons, Under the Cherry Moon is another one of my favorite soundtracks apart from Batman and apart from Purple Rain. Emancipation is by far one of my most favorite albums by Prince. The Love Symbol. Guys, please don't get me started. I have so many favorite albums and so many favorite songs. Adore. Guys, that is this album, Artificial Age, fits the category of all the old school classic timeless hits that Prince have made back in the early and the late 80s. And guys, I just love Clouds. It's one of my favorite songs on this album. Breakdown was definitely giving me something from off Purple Rain, The Beautiful Ones. I Would Die For You, and I just love it. I love Breakdown, and I heard that song before it came on the album, and it's just one of my favorite songs on the album. The Gold Standard, which is a perfect song that fits Prince's personality, because people have known Prince as being the gold standard, and he is the gold standard. He's the gold standard of music, guys. He is a legend. And that's one of the things. He is claiming his place. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care who likes the album or not. He's claiming his place with this album. But this fits any other album that he has done in the past. And this is one of the things I respect about the CD. Was definitely blippy and different from Prince. I think he had Third Eye Girl featuring on some of the songs on this album. I think she was probably on this album as well on some of the songs. I'm not sure. It could have been somebody different, but I love the chemistry of whoever he was singing with on the song. The chemistry is amazing, and it's so up to the times, guys. And that's one of the things I like about Prince. He was always ahead of his time, and I love that. I always loved that about Prince. And guys, Breakfast Can Wait is just one of my favorite songs on this album. And one of the things I hate that Prince did is he had all of the people ahead of his videos. He had them to take all the videos off of YouTube, and that's very sad because Prince has a lot of fans. And I pretty much liked most of his videos. You know, some of his videos I was kind of like, what? But most of his videos, I pretty much like by Prince. I really wish he still had his videos on YouTube, you know, because if Lord forbid, if something was to ever happen to Prince, we would want to have memories of Prince and the magic that he has done for rock, for funk, for soul, for R&B, for gospel. Guys, Prince has done all genres, and I respect him. He has did a little profanity. He has done a little bit. And one of the things I liked about his voice always stood out. His voice, he always had different pitches in his voice that you just be like, wow, he is amazing. And one of the things I look up to Prince is his voice, his high notes, mostly. But guys, Breakfast Can Wait is just one of those songs that you can just listen to non-stop every day, every day. This Could Be Us. Now, guys, that is so ahead of the times now. You've heard people say this could be us, but so and so and so and so, or you've heard in the memes and on Instagram about people saying this could be us, you know. And one of the things I like about Prince, he's relating to the times of now with that song, because a lot of people say this could be us, but you want to do this and you want to do that. And guys, that's one of the things I like about this song, because it's so ahead of now and it's so talking about now. And Prince is a freak. And one of the things, that boy knows how to pick women. He had good taste in women. And some of these songs, you know, he got to explore his sexual side, and that's okay, you know, as an artist, because he was known as being a sex symbol, and as far as doing his music. But I respect that. I respect everything about him. And so that's one of the things I like about this song. He also had a couple of interludes, Affirmation, guys, that was very, 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 that was kind of touching a little bit. I don't know if it was Third Eye Girl singing, and it was doing some of the talking and some of the vocals or whatnot on the song, but I definitely love it. I definitely love it. Definitely love it. What It Feels Like was a very deep song, guys. It kind of puts me in a one of these couple of these songs kind of remind me of Scandalous off the Batman soundtrack. And guys, I just love What It Feels Like. That's probably another one of my favorite songs. Way Back Home was definitely a song that can get you caught in your feelings. That song was describing Prince as an artist, coming up as a child, coming up around with his father, who he really didn't have a good relationship with. It was just, that song was just so deep to me, and it was very, very, very ahead of its time. Funk and Roll. Now, guys, like I said on the Plectrum Election review of Third Eye Girl and Prince, I said I prefer this Funk and Roll because it's blippy. It sounds like more hip, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It sounds like a song that would be played on the radio. You know, I'm not sure if Prince will ever have any new fans, but for his old fans, including myself, we will always love the funk that Prince has gave to the music, because Prince is very funky. He loves that funk. Okay, one of his inspirations is James Brown, just like my idol Michael Jackson. But I know Prince always has a way of grafting you into his music, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. Some way he's gonna have an influence on somebody. And Funk and Roll is just one of those songs that you can just dance to. It sounds like it fits the category of 3121. And Musicology, that it definitely sounds like a song, maybe on 2010 as well. But guys, I really didn't get a chance to really listen to 2010 that much. But Funk and Roll definitely could fit the category of those albums because it's so up to date, and I love it. Time was definitely giving me Purple Rain. It was like a part 2 of Purple Rain. And guys, I respect that because Purple Rain is one of his biggest cuts of all time. And y'all know he done won Grammys off that album, that soundtrack. And guys, Purple Rain is just will be just his classic and most movie as well and album as well. Both did good at the box office. Both did well selling records, guys. Amazing. So Time is just one of those songs that gets me caught on my feelings that I really, really, really enjoy. Amazing. If I had to rate this album, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it's Prince. You have to have respect for him because I personally do as an artist. When I was a kid coming up, I really didn't understand him. My sister who is still in love with him, has been to his concerts, and it's a shame because I never had the chance to really see Prince live. But I've seen his stuff on TV. I've seen him on Purple Rain. I've seen him on Under the Cherry Moon. I've seen him on Graffiti Bridge. I've seen, guys, it's just classic. Prince has did so many things for the music industry, and that is one of the things I will always respect about him because he is an influence on somebody's lives, and he has a huge fan base. That boy has a huge fan base. I don't care what you got to say about it. He is an amazing artist. And this is Forever Brandon TV, guys. Please make sure you start by clicking that thumbs up. I really hope you enjoy this video. I hope the Prince fans will be grafted on Twitter and Facebook somewhere because Prince does not have an official Twitter, does not have an official Facebook, and he does have an Instagram. And if I could, I would somehow try to see if I can copy and paste this review, both of the reviews, on his web page some type of way, guys. I hope that I can be able to get views off this, guys. Please give me a chance to try to grow this video because Prince is an amazing artist and he's by far one of my most favorite artists. So, guys, this is Forever Brandon TV signing off. Deuces. Love you guys.